Hey everybody, welcome to our training video for those of you who are participants in our virtual reality study. I know you have been waiting a really long time to get started on your online trials, and we're not quite there yet with the actual trials that we're going to have you do, but we do want you to get familiar with the website that you're going to be using to input all of your remote viewing data. And this is the Enigmatic Insights website that Dr. Cindy Miller, who is a co-researcher on our project, and you met her, most of you met her at Cloudcroft when we did our in-person trials. And she has created this amazing system. And what she would like us to do is start to practice on the system. So we are going to ask you to create an account on enigmaticinsights.com, and then we are going to have you go to practice targets and do a practice session or two. Now, we are not even going to grade your sessions, where we may not even look at them. We just want you to get familiar with the system so you're really comfortable with it, so it just becomes second nature to go and upload your transcript and then go back and look at whatever scoring the system will give to you. And I'm not sure with the actual research project how that's all going to work, but for your practice targets, you are going to get to see some AI scoring of your session. So Cindy and I got together, and basically she was training me while I'm training you and doing a demo. So you're going to see what we did together. And of course, if you have any questions as you go along, you can always ask myself, and then I'll get the questions over to Cindy. Cindy is busy doing the programming, and we're getting everything set up, and hopefully we're going to be ready to go really soon, like in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Don't quote me on that, but that's what we're shooting for. And now you can watch the rest of this training video.
That's the login screen. You
Oh,
see,
I have to
you have an
create
account.
an account. Okay. Create an account.
Then you want basic.
Okay. Sign up to basic.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna, I'm gonna put in a different email than I think I presently have. I'll do my Gmail, and I'll do Debra, I'll just say Debra Test student, and then password 14+3 is all right. I have my account. What do I do next? Go back to home,
Sure. Back to home.
go up to dashboards, and I go to right now, I'm going to go to practice dashboard. When we actually start the project, then instead people would go to the participants and students, but initially we're just going to start off practicing. So we're going to click on practice dashboard, and then we're going to go to choose a target. And then we can either practice on targets generated by AI or practice on photos from a variety of sources. Is there anything you could tell us more about the difference between the two, Cindy?
Sure. They should be all family friendly for one, and then it really doesn't matter which one you want to start practice with. But I would recommend those and not the immediate and advanced targets for practice. for users. There's just a few of those anyway, and those are still being a little bit tested, but um, people are welcome to try it, but there's always some risk when you're looking at some of those targets. In there I have, you really need like protection training and all that, all of a bit more training for anyone who's not used to those kind of targets.
Okay.
So it's better to stick with practicing the AI or the photo targets.
Okay. Let's go to target practice with the photos.
You just click on a question mark. That's a unused target. And then you write down your target ID and do your session.
Okay. So, and one question, will this target ID always be here? So someone else coming to here would get a different target number?
Yes. That is a randomly generated target ID.
Okay.
So they will be very unique to everybody. When we do the actual assignments, everybody will have the same one. But for the practice targets, we wanted to keep it honest. So it's a randomly generated one.
Okay. And so we do our session. And then when you complete your session, return to the practice dashboard to input data about your session. Okay, so I've done my session and now I want to input it. So I go to practice dashboard. And then I go to input your data.
Correct.
Okay. And so title of your session.
And it's for the user's convenience. However they want to title the session. If they want to put, for instance, the target ID in the title of the session, or
Okay. That would make sense. So my target ID was, what was it again? Do we remember?
I didn't write it.
Okay.
But
So
that's okay.
but the viewer definitely needs to write that down. I mean, they always should anyway, right? But just to make sure that the viewer always remembers to write that down, because if they forget that, they're not going to be able to get their feedback, right?
So it is recorded. If we go, let's go back to the practice dashboard and I'll show you how you can get that number.
Okay.
Go to score. Go to score.
Oh.
And you'll see the practice number is there.
Oh, okay, great.
So but you'll see no session is submitted.
Okay.
So it actually is there.
Okay.
But
Okay, that's good. So we're always going back to this practice dashboard, and then if we get lost, just go to the practice dashboard and come back to target practice. And we already got the target number. We need to go to input, back to input, and we need to give it a title. So I'm going to give it the target number, and I might just remind myself to, like, this is totally up to us, but I might want to put my date here that I'm doing this on and just like say it's for practice. I'm just making that up. And then choose the target, click the box to show your open targets. Oh, it's right there. Okay. That's cool.
I guess that was an easier one, yeah.
That's okay. And then intention.
Because some people may have a different intention when they want to do the target. Like, hey, I want to do this target and I want to pick up on the sounds, if there's sounds associated. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. Or, so people may, it's default to describe the target, but it's really what your intention was when you started the practice.
Okay, that makes sense. So describe the target and then check boxes.
Some people want to record their session start times and end times and the location where they're at and the, time zone. So this is for somebody who wants to keep that sort of data.
Okay.
There's, as you know, some people track sidereal time and
Oh, can we change? Oh, we can change this.
oh yes.
So our, so that would be like, let's see, there's
10101
oh,
or 60606.
oh,
Sure.
2, and then let's say 0600 or 0630 and time zone and session start date, let's say the 20th and the end date the 21st. Okay, I love that you have that here too, because I do always feel like that's important for people to enter. And then location where we completed the session. And then we don't have to put our exact address if we don't want to.
It's up to you. It's very
Yeah.
flexible.
Okay, so then upload the session. We would choose files to upload
Now,
and
it's a single PDF. So it's
oh,
really important. And, maybe I should put a comment there right where you upload it. But at the top, if you go to the top of the form, right there it says, if you go to the important session must be combined into one PDF. So we really want people to practice that who have not done that before.
okay, I'll ask ChatGPT. I'll say, I want you to do this remote viewing target, be a viewer and do your best job. And we'll do a test to see how well it does. Okay,
You
so
got to put it
now
all in one
I
PDF.
am uploading
Okay.
my session. I had ChatGPT create my session and it wouldn't create a PDF for me, so I inputted everything into Word and then just exported it from Word as a PDF file. And now I've uploaded my session and now I need to provide a summary. So I'm going back to ChatGPT and it is going to give me a summary. And I really am just using this because I didn't have a completed session on this computer that I'm using. So no one is going to have to use ChatGPT for their session. We don't want you to do that. But I'm just doing it here for showing how the system works. Okay, and I'm going to paste that. So I've got my PDF and I've got my summary.
And then here are words to ignore. For instance, in that document you created, there's some things that you don't want to be part of the analysis. Like it said, remote viewing target, blah, blah, blah. That's not part of the analysis, right? So that's what this space is for. Some people use a template. When you use AOL, that's not really part of the analysis. So you can indicate the words should be ignored.
Words AOL, ignore the target ID and the target date. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but you'd have to put in the specifics, right?
Oh, like what the ID number is.
Yeah, all that. I mean, this is just test data, but
Yeah.
and the next line is there. Some people use templates, like that are kind of structured templates, and so you can also just upload, and it needs to be a PDF file, that template, and it'll read the template and ignore those words. Like at Cloudcroft, do you remember we had a form that people used to do their remote viewing session?
Yes.
Rather than type all that in, it's just upload that form, and it ignored a blank form, and it just ignored all the words that are in the blank form.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And so now we're going to go to next. And it's going to ask us some questions. So How did you experience this session? If you'd like to keep track of how you experienced it from 0 to 10, where 0 is the most relaxed and 10 is the most stressed. Well, I'd say I was pretty relaxed since it was AI doing it and not me. So I'll just say this target was done by Chat GPT. It was easier than if I do it myself. And how well do you think you did? I'm going to say we did amazingly brilliant. And if you would like to keep track of your expectations versus how well you did on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is one of the best sessions you have ever done, indicate how well you matched the target. Okay, so got that. Best I've
Those
ever
are
done.
just optional, but if some people want to keep track of that.
Okay, that's very cool. And because that really helps us know over time, is our feeling of doing well or not really something that we can trust? And this is going to allow us to learn about that. So that's really cool. And then this is a preview of your session. Okay, nice preview. And now if we left something out, we can always click the back button for previous, right? We could still add more.
Correct.
Okay. And then I'm going to submit my session data. And I have to, oh, I hate these things.
Sometimes I know, but sometimes it does it, sometimes it's not. But you got to have some protection on
Okay.
your site, unfortunately.
It's okay. I just hate them because they usually fail them.
No, those particular ones, yeah, I agree.
Okay. So now it's loading or sending. This really was pretty easy to get through.
And the reason it is taking a while is because it's analyzing, and then first it analyzes your session, and then it analyzes your sessions against the AI target. So yeah, and then you could just go back. It's back, yeah, my performance right there, or go back to the dashboard, and you can see how you did. Now, if you want to know what each of these columns means, you can expand the explanations there. So it tells you, if you want to know what these are. Again, these are practice. So practice targets are, we have more research grade kind of grading. This is more just fun, for people to learn and be exposed to remote viewing.
Okay, and correct. I'm just looking at the count of your impressions that found a clear correspondence. So it's saying there was only one correct?
Of the prominence, yes.
Oh,
So what AI does here is it looks at the prominent elements of the target. So you may get a lot more, but you're in terms of prominence.
okay. Okay, and it gives you a score, and then you can look here to see what that means. A number of 0 to 1 reflects how well your impressions align with the target's key elements. Okay, great. And then, so,
You can click the actual target number to get more detailed feedback.
oh, okay. Let's see. We'll go to that.
Right. So you'll see, what you'd put in on the form, and then you apparently picked up auditory things.
Okay, and then it gives both a verbal description and a photo. That's a cool photo.
Mm-hmm.
And then now we've entered into our feedback session time, really. So we want to carefully always study our feedback and the description, and then we want to answer a few more questions. How well do I think I did? I'm just gonna put, uh, I'll put 2. How well do you think the AI analysis reflected your session?
And
I'm
that
just gonna,
helps improve it.
okay, great. Um, I'll just say this session was performed by Chat GPT. Okay, and then I'm going to click submit. Thank you for your feedback.
Mhm.
All right, and
And if you
that,
go to,
yeah.
if you go back to the practice dashboard, oh, yeah, and also look, your session PDF, if you want to refer to it, it's also there.
Oh,
Uh,
let's go back.
yeah, so, no, up above, you saw the little document right there.
Oh,
Yeah, so
oh,
you can always refer back to it, so in the future, right?
okay.
Um,
This is really amazing because it just stores everything.
mhm.
So there's no like, oh, I have to go search my computer for where I put all my sessions and things like that. Okay, so then if we go back to practice dashboard, anything else we need to do?
You could do, after you do a few sessions, learn gives you an overall um, view of how you've done. Now you've only have one session you've done, but it does an aggregate of all of your sessions and shows you how you did. And there'll be more feedback put on this page eventually. But yeah, if you scroll down and then it gives you a little bit more on your metrics. So just look
Okay.
at how you do on these practice targets.
Okay, great. And so that really concludes how you work with these. And then again, for the project participants, we will get back in touch when we're ready for you to do the actual trials. And the only difference would be instead of going to practice dashboard, you'd go to project participants. And we're just still working on that right now. It'll be under team hubs and you'll see your hub or group and we'll provide extra instructions for that.